Good morning, folks. Welcome to my engine remanufacturing facility here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. My name's Clay with the Clay Way, and today we're going to talk about Sprinter intakes, OM642s, and Jeep WK intakes when you have the diesel. These intakes fail all the time, and for years I've had many Sprinters and solved a lot of problems with these vehicles. But in this situation, we're going to talk about the intake problem, and I'm going to show you a little bit of how we remanufacture these intakes using all the machinery and equipment that's available to us here in our remanufacturing facility, where we do engines and send them all over the United States. These intakes can be a serious issue and cost thousands of dollars to repair. I try to save you a couple dollars doing the intakes at a fraction of the cost of new ones. You send me yours, I remanufacture them and rebuild them and send them back to you. I've been working on this problem for about 4 years, and I had tons and tons of issues with them. I tried everything. I tried cleaning them with carburetor cleaner, I tried power washing them, I tried steaming them. All of that stuff just cost me a lot of money and a lot of time. And until now, I was able to absolutely do nothing with them. So I had a couple of them sitting around, and I got a new sponsor for my channel here, the Clay Way, and I was able to resolve the issues and figure out how to make these stinking things come back to life. I'm going to show you that not only are our intakes just as good as new, they may possibly even be better than the ones you can get from Mercedes. And at the very least, I'm going to save you some money and get your vehicle back on the road at a fraction of the cost. Remember, folks, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. It's not just always about the how, it's also about the why. So check it out. We're going to show you how we took these old rusty, crusty intakes and made them look like brand new inside and out. First, we removed the intakes off the vehicles. Then we kind of inspect them, and as we can tell with this one, man, these things do not move for nothing. They barely move at all, and on this side, it doesn't move at all when they're connected together. This gives us a closer look at actually what we're working with and how they move individually, and where that one doesn't move at all. On this side, which is the driver's side, is actually extremely sticky, and you can feel all sorts of bits of particles down inside them. If we look at where the inlets are on these intakes, we can see they're totally gummed up and not allowing air to move through there freely. And then if we look down here on the panels, they're even gummed up even more. They look terrible. So we're going to reman these things and make them look just like new and possibly function better than new. When we disassemble these intakes and we pull the rods out of there, we actually see what the problem is. Material gets trapped in between the gaskets on these and gets stuck in there, not allowing them to move. During the process, we double check everything and make sure it's all working properly, checking all of our flaps, making sure we don't have a problem with them. Go back through and complete our cleaning process. Now at this stage of the process, you can begin to see how clean these intakes are and why there's absolutely no need to buy new ones. So not only do they function like new ones, they are much cheaper. Let's take a closer look at what we've actually accomplished. And we'll get some light down inside here, and we can see that the runners are free and clear. No obstruction from carbon buildup on our intakes any longer. And they are absolutely pristine. Our flaps function properly. The flaps function free of resistance and are in excellent mechanical order. Okay, now I'm going to show you, not only are you saving a ton of money by purchasing my intakes, what might separate them from other intakes and why they're actually better. I call it the water test. So I take little drips of water, I set them on the flaps right here. Then we move the flaps, and the water kind of just rolls off of it a little bit, but it stays on there. Then I coat these intakes inside and out with my special clay sauce or whatever you want to call it. And then we put some water back on them again and see what happens. I can't even get the water to bead up on the flaps any longer. So you can imagine how if your intakes are coated inside and out with this substance, that it's going to make them last longer. I can't guarantee it, but they will certainly last as long as your OEM ones that you paid a lot more money for, and you'll still be 50 state legal. So take that into consideration. Now on this set of intakes, we're actually going to use the aftermarket aluminum rods, and they actually work very, very well. The aftermarket aluminum rods aren't always necessary. The only reason they would be necessary is if the rod itself got wallered out. But if these are functioning properly, there is absolutely no need to have them added, but you can opt for them if you like. If we take a look at the intakes, we can see they're all ready to install and looking exceptional. While considering having us remanufacture your intakes for your Sprinter or your Jeep, you may want to consider purchasing one of these superb gasket sets from us so you can be 100% successful and reassembling it. You can also opt for one of our new swirl motors, even though they generally are not necessary. The swirl motors are often not necessary because you're getting a code because the runners are not moving properly. These swirl motors are pretty robust and do not fail very often. When you send in your right and your left side, when I ship it back to you, I give you these sweet installation rods. They make installing these intakes so much easier. And here on my channel, you can also find the dimensions and everything so you can make your own at home. They're super simple, as you can tell, but they will make your life a lot easier and make the installation so much simpler for you. For a limited time, we're not only going to take in your intakes, we're going to take that oil cooler, we're going to clean it for you and pressure test it to make sure you don't have a bad old leak in that thing for free. So the next time you need intakes for your Sprinter or your Jeep Grand Cherokee with the Mercedes Diesel 3.0, give me a shout down here. Send me an email. Look in the description down below on what you can do to get them shipped off to me. We'll get them done for you and get them shipped right back to you. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. God bless and have the best days.